Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another episode of The Long Dark with me, Notorious BLT. I don't know why. Oh, I'm checking here because I wanted to see what this. Okay. Now, how are we doing on weight? We're fine-ish on weight. Yeah, we're actually not carrying a ton of stuff, are we? No. So, we have lots and lots of food. Wait, is this raw? Fresh wolf meat. Raw. Moldy wolf meat. Do I have more firewood? If so, I should probably cook that. I do not. So, let's have our first task be to go out and grab some... I'm hungry, am I? To go out and grab some... Are any of you, like, garbagey? Because I'll eat you first. No, you all appear to be in good condition, so that's nice, I suppose. So we need to go out and grab some firewood. That's fine. But one of the things that I'd really like to do today is explore, since we killed that bear. I believe we're going to have a little bit more space, and we don't really need to fish. We don't really need to fish what is that out there? Is that a dead... No, that's a living deer. Okay. We don't really need to fish because we have plenty of food for the moment. I say for the moment. How are we doing? Okay, we're a little cold, not too horribly cold, but we are a little bit cold. Alright, break you down. Yes, we're getting cold, that's fine. Fine. Okay, now we're warming up, that's also fine. Let's make sure we're not getting ambushed by predators. Okay. Good news. Let's break this guy down. Okay. That should be good for now. So let's drop this stuff off, although the tinder plugs I do not require. So why don't we just drop those out here? Well, screw it. Just drop it inside. Come on, close the door. Close the door. Thank you. Alright, tinder plugs. You can go over here in the corner with the rest of your garbage. Okay. Now, actually, you know what? Firewood? Firewood, let's just drop right here. Okay. So, we need to cook that wolf meat. I know. But really, if it gets a little gross, that's fine. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's fine if it gets a teensy bit gross. And I say that because, as you guys have pointed out, cooking things actually restores some of the, not durability, but like the condition of it. So, we should keep that in mind, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. Now, something I kind of want to talk about today, and it's a little strange, I'll admit, because the girlfriend made me pancakes for breakfast this morning, which I don't know if you're actually listening to this on, but thank you very much, because I love pancakes. And they were very delicious, and I even had one just now as a snack before I started recording this episode. But I was thinking, like, how strange are things like pancakes? Pancakes are basically like an omelet that is made with flour and sugar, when you think about it. Like, because, you know, an omelet is usually eggs and then some other stuff. Whereas this is like a flour and sugar omelet. And I guess baking powder too. But then it's like, but that's not really the truth, because then you've got all the chemistry that goes along with the baking, because I guess technically pancakes are baked goods. So it turns it into a completely different thing, which I just think is so fascinating. Like, I love chemistry and just like scientific stuff. I think it's all really, really cool. And I'm not going to say that I'm, you know, the smartest person on earth, because that would be very far from the truth. But, you know, I find myself interested in a lot of this stuff. Okay, I don't need any of what you're selling. Oh, however, I will take this, because I don't remember. Are you for making a bow? I think you're for making a bow. Right? I think you're for making a bow. I might as well grab these mushrooms, too. You know, while we're exploring, do a little bit of foraging. Man, we used a lot of bullets on that bear. I have no desire to fight another bear. Or, well, I say fight, but it's more run away very cowardly from a bear. And attempt to not die. And I'm really just harvesting these for now in case we end up needing them. I don't think we're going to, but you know, you never truly know for sure. Alright. Good stuff. Okay, let us continue the exploration. It's just like, you know, the chemistry of food creation, I think, is very interesting, which is why I like... we're not going to gather those. I think we've gathered enough. Jesus Christ. Okay, that rock's... let me point it out. This one right there, that's in the sights. For a second, I thought it was just like the silhouette of a wolf or a bear. Wait a minute. What is this? Is this a cave? No, it's a climbing spot. I suppose we can see what's up with it. but I don't want to... It's gonna... That's gonna kind of kill us in terms of how rested we are, etc. But we should at least see what's up here, right? I mean, come on. But so, just like food science, I think food science is very interesting. I actually watched a documentary about it on a plane ride once, where they were talking about like all these different things that kind of go into the creation of different foods. Like Doritos are, I guess, in the food industry considered to be one of the greatest examples of like how flavor oversaturation can be a good thing, because they have, like, Doritos have so many flavors going on that it's hard to ever, like, your tongue never gets bored, which I think is really interesting and also kind of messed up. Well, maybe not messed up. Now, you don't have Doritos where you're from, I'm sorry. Or maybe I shouldn't be sorry, because it's probably best for most people that they're... Well, I shouldn't say it's best to not have Doritos. Doritos are delicious, but they are not good for you. They are not good for you in the least. And, you know, a lot of times things that are delicious really aren't that good for you. Not to say you shouldn't try to eat, you know, healthy or whatever, because that is certainly something that I am attempting to do currently. I'm a little afraid of going in here, but we're going to look and see what's up. Yeah, I am currently attempting to eat a little healthier. Not that I, you know, need to, like, tell you guys all about that stuff or anything. It's just something I figured I could mention. I think I may have mentioned this previously, but the girlfriend and I are doing this service called Blue Apron, and it's actually really cool. Like, we both have been enjoying it quite a bit, partially because, you know, we spend more time together rather than, and it also gives us, like, home-cooked meals that don't take forever to make, and it's nice too because it kind of avoids the whole, like, well, what are we going to do for dinner? I don't know. What do you want to do for dinner? Like, it avoids that conversation, because it's like, all right, well, then we just decide between these three things, which one are we having tonight, and that's it. And I really like that. Like, it eliminates probably the most irritating part of trying to decide what to have for dinner is, you know, the actual conversation about what to have for dinner. Whereas in the long dark, it's very easy because you don't really have much of a choice. You just eat what you have. This is all very difficult to go... Okay, don't fall, though. Looking to see what we can see here. This is a very confusing... Maybe not confusing, but not my favorite place right now. Did I? Oh my god, I don't have any food. Well, that's not the end of the world. We can find cattails and eat them. Right? Yeah, we can find cattails and eat them. But, like, so... And also seeing, like, some of the combinations of foods that a lot of people use and the different styles of cooking. Because, like, you know, the styles of cooking that I've learned are from my parents, which come down to, like... And I don't mean this as an insult, because, believe me, I fucking love peasant food. Peasant food is delicious. Is like French, poor French Canadian style peasant cooking. Because, and when I say that, I mean that, like, when my mom was growing up, she was very poor. So I don't mean like that the cooking is garbage or poor in some way. I am really just saying, like, she was poor and they ate what they had, like that kind of thing. Cuban style cooking, which is... They're two very, very different styles that have a lot of interesting similarities. Like, one of the things that I've noticed is, like, with the Blue Apron, they have, like, a comment site. Or not a comment site, but, like, for each recipe, they have a little comment section that's very similar to how Facebook does it, I guess. Am I lost? Okay, we should get our bearings first, and then we'll head out. And there, sometimes, like, on some of the recipes that girlfriend and I have loved a lot, people say things like, oh my god, this was so flavorless and so bland, and all I can think is, like, are you not scraping up the fond from the pan? That's gotta be it, because, like, I did that, and this was delicious. But if you don't, I can see how that would not make it really all that great. And that's something that both styles, you know, the French-Canadian and Cuban-style cooking both have in common. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other styles of cooking that have that in common as well. And I don't mean, like, scrape up all the... Like, if it gets kind of black and burned, don't scrape that up, because it's no good. But, like, the browned stuff in the pan, oh god, it's so delicious. So delicious. Alright, so, right, nothing left on you. I guess I could finish taking you apart, but I'll just try to remember that you're all cut to bits. I don't need to do anything with you. But like, you know, one of the big differences is that there's not a lot of citrus there's not a lot of citrus fruit in Canada. So a lot of what they're using is, at least a lot of what my mom uses in her traditional like family cooking is like lots of big chunks of onion and carrots and stuff like that. Like a lot of it is, what is that? Like roasting and things of that nature. What is that big red thing? Whereas with my dad's cooking, there's a lot of like, I mean, there's some things that are very similar to the Canadian stuff. Like when he makes like Cuban style meat and potatoes, it's very similar, but it's done in a pressure cooker with, I forget what spices, but it comes out kind of red. It's very good. I know there's paprika in there, but that's not the thing that actually turns it red. I think he puts chorizo in it. I think he puts chorizo in it. Oh, it's more of the plain. Maybe. Is it more of the plain? It looks like it could be part of a plain. Oh yeah, this is totally more of a plain, because look at the wing. Hello, deer. Is that a wolf? That is a wolf. That is a wolf. Crap. I mean, we should kill it. Then again, I mean, if I can avoid it, I should, just because there's not much of a point in wasting the bullets. But I want the feathers that are over there. Yeah, I do want the feathers. Oh, shit. Yeah, bugger off. I don't even care that I probably missed and you're likely gonna live. Well, then again, you may not live. You may just die. Well, like... Oh, hell. Not behind me, right? This is the thing, going up a hill is dangerous. So is having an itchy eye. Where'd you go? I think I missed. I don't see any blood. There he is. He's hunting. Alright, well, I mean, it sucks that I missed. But I suppose that's just how things go sometimes. What is this? Oh, just birch. I thought maybe there was, like, metal scraps that we could pick up. But both styles of cooking are very good. And, like, you know, trying lots of different cuisines, I think is... I don't want to say it's, like, important, but I find it to be a good thing. Just trying new things, I guess. Like, when I was in France, I tried pig's feet. And you may say that sounds disgusting. And, you know, I'm not going to say that I loved it. It was okay. But I'm not gonna eat it again. And part of the reason that I tried it is because it's something that my mom and her sisters absolutely love from their childhood. So I was like, you know what, I should at least give this a shot. You know, maybe there's something to it. And I could see why you might like it, but apparently the way that I had it was also done very differently from how her family did it. Like, this was an actual hoof, and what they eat is like the knuckle, I guess, is what it's usually referred to as. Which, you know, I'm not an expert on pig parts. Okay, so. You know, take what I'm saying for what it is, which is just, you know, I'm going all from memory, and you all know how my memory is. It's kind of garbage. No bark. Okay, I see the bark over there. Well, I'm not happy that we... Can I open this? Oh, we can. But, what? What? Hacksaw? Ooh. Okay, I'm going to have to come back here. I'm going to have to come back here with that hacksaw. What about you? Can I open you? Or is that the same one? Wait, is that... No, there's two different ones. So I'm totally going to have to come back here with the hacksaw. How much time we got? 8 hours? We're good. Wow, we're kind of tired. Actually, we're really tired. Ah. Like, one of my very favorite things that my dad makes, and that he's taught me how to make, is Cuban pork. Which is basically the base for Cuban sandwiches, which, if you've never had a Cuban sandwich, oh... They're so good. It's basically, you take a loaf of French bread, and you cut it in half. And you cut it into sandwich-sized portions, okay? And it's got this Cuban pork, and I'll explain what makes that up in a second. Ham, Swiss cheese, and dill pickles. So what makes up the Cuban pork? Well, you take, we do it with a pork loin, but normally it's done with a pork shoulder. Wait, I must have looked at, yeah, I totally looked at you already. It's normally done with a pork shoulder, and the reason we do it with the loin is because it makes it a little bit easier to create. Because normally if you do it with the pork shoulder, there's a step that you do before you marinate it, and I can't remember what it is. But anyway, so you take this pork loin, and you take an entire head of garlic, and you break it up and you peel it. And, you know, you cut the garbage parts off of the garlic, which is usually just the bottom part where it's got a little bit of the, like the root stem area that's not actually all that great. No bark? No bark. Okay. And you put a bunch of slits in the pork and try to evenly distribute the garlic throughout the pork. So immediately, garlicky goodness. Delicious. Then, you marinate it in this stuff called mojo. Mojo is like, if I'm right, it's made up of, like, basically just spices and sour orange and lemon and lime, I think. And we marinate it overnight. So then you take the pork loin after you marinate it overnight, and you bake it in the oven, and I forget for exactly how long, but I believe it's at 350. But when you bake it, you have to wrap it in tin foil and make it so that it's basically going to cook in its own juices. So, you know, delicious. And am I going the right way here? I think I might have had to go back that way, but we'll see. And so you wrap it up real tight, and you leave just one little tiny opening so that the package doesn't explode when all the steam starts to come up. And usually you want to put it also in a pan just to make sure that it doesn't overflow onto everything. So after you've done that, then you take that pork and you put it on the sandwich. You butter both sides of each piece of bread, and then you put it on a sandwich press and you cook it. Did I already say Swiss cheese? Yeah, because you got to put Swiss cheese on it. If you don't put Swiss cheese on it, it's going to be a failure of a sandwich. Now I know that some people put mustard on it, but to us that is sacrilege. At least to my family, that is sacrilege. You can if you really want to, but you shouldn't. But that is how you make a Cuban sandwich, basically. And you can get mojo in most grocery stores, I think. At least here in the United States. I don't know about other places. Oh, God, what was it like? There were some things... What was it I was looking for? Oh, oh, crap. My girlfriend... That may be the Cave of the Bear that we killed, though. Unfortunately, when we went to France, girlfriend got sick. Like, to her stomach. And I was looking for ginger ale, because ginger ale is a very good... Like, ginger is apparently a good thing to calm your stomach down. At least, it works for me, it works for girlfriend, it works for most of the people in our family. Like, I don't think I know of anybody who it doesn't work for. I'm not saying that, like, it's got to work for everybody, because everybody's different. But, you know, just as a kind of aside there. And I was, you know, I went to the grocery store that was nearby, and they did not... They said they didn't have ginger ale. I was like, do you have ginger ale? And they were like, what are you talking about? Turns out they did have some. But I think it was under a different name. I think it might have been under a different name. But, like, I recognized the bottle immediately. It was like, that's ginger ale right there. And, but there are some things that grocery stores and other places won't have. You know, because it's just, you know, international trade and all that garbage. Is this... God, I hope I'm not getting myself lost. That would really suck if we did. Because, wait, do I have my bedroll? Oh, crap. Is this the way? This is not. This is not. Okay, I have done very wrong. We're also very hungry, so I should keep that in mind. We need to get home. Oh, God, getting lost. Very bad, very bad, very bad. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm trying to think of, like, some other things that my mom makes that might actually sound appetizing to some people, because one of the things about the food that her and her sisters eat is some of it is, to me, not the greatest. I've tried some of it, but to me, some of the things are kind of grody. Like, they eat brains. You know, like well, not even sweetbreads, because the sweetbreads are the thalamus gland. Like, this is actual, honest to God, like, cow brains, which, not my jam, not my jam. Wait, we had to have come from the other direction. Wouldn't we? Shit. How much? Oh, 7 hours. 7 freaking hours. It must be one of those directions over there, right? Because I saw that coming from this way. It has to be. Yeah. But, so, like, you know, the cow brains, I'm not a big fan of. But one thing that my mom makes, and she doesn't make it like you would find in stores, which is head cheese, which normally you, like, boil a pig face, basically, and you take the meat and the fat off of it, and you let it jelly up, and then you spread it on toast, and it's delicious. I've never tried real head cheese, but the one that my mom makes, which I forget what cut she uses, but basically she uses like leftover pork and shreds it and then like boils it up with the fat and stuff, and oh god, it's so good. I know it sounds horrible, but then again, actually, this is one thing that I encountered in France that I was completely flabbergasted by. Our guide, one night at dinner, when I ordered duck confit, was like, "Are you sure you want that?" And I was like, I forget exactly how the conversation went, but it was something like, "Are you sure you want that?" And I was like, "Why wouldn't I?" And so she said, "Do you know what confit means?" And I was like, "No, but I have a pretty good idea of what this recipe is." And she said, confit basically means that it's cooked in its own fat. And I was like, okay, why would I not want that? And she was like, I'm just checking because a lot of people from the United States that come here when they, find out what confit means, and I'm very glad that we found where we're going. When a lot of people find out what confit means, they're like, oh, that's so disgusting. Like, are you for real? Why would you think that's gross? That's like one of the greatest things on earth. Cooking something in its own fat? Hell yes, please, more of that. That's what bacon is. Bacon is basically, you're cooking like a piece of pig in its own fat. Like, it's a very fatty piece of meat that you eat after it's been cooking in its own fat. And it is delicious, and I don't know why anybody would hate it. It's very strange to me that anybody would not enjoy that. Or be disgusted by it. I find it very strange. Okay, please, no wolves. I hear you. I don't like that you're here. I prefer that you leave me alone wherever you are. Am I hearing? I thought I heard the huffing and puffing of a wolf, but I'm not. So it was one of those things where I'm like, wait, really? Like, people say that they find that gross? Like, are they from like old English times where they basically just boiled steaks? Like, how do people survive on cooking that is so stale? I will never understand. But and to be fair, there are some people in my family that are not blood relatives, I need to say, who, like, for example, don't like garlic. One of my uncles hates garlic, which I, to this day, will never understand. But, some people also don't like chocolate, but some people are also allergic to chocolate, so I think you have to give them a little bit of leeway. Not everybody's going to like what you like, but, if somebody's allergic to chocolate, you can understand, like, why they wouldn't like chocolate, because it makes them sick, probably. Alright, so let's cook up all this meat, now that we are back. Okay, oops, oh, jeez. Alright, close you. I said close you. Close you, please. Thank you. We have stuff to put down, don't we? We have...
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Right. Drop all. Okay, let's put the old man's beard and some other junk in here. Well, not junk, but stuff. Here, put you in there. Put you in there. The feather can go in here. This is one of those things, like, different styles of cooking, I guess, but to me, not,
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Not wanting deliciousness is just, why, man? I can understand, like, the sound of it doesn't sound that great, but for real, just give it a shot. Just give it a shot and consider what I'm saying. Food is delicious, just, try different foods. It'll open your eyes to a lot of different possibilities. Like, some time ago, from this Blue Apron thing, we got a Moroccan chicken, which used dates in the cooking. I like dates. I like a lot of things that are basically like... dates are dried... Wait a minute, is it prunes? Prunes are dried plums, right?
Turned out pretty well.
Yeah, I believe that plums are dried... Wait, no. Prunes are dried plums? Well, anyway, dates are delicious, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Oh my god, shut up out there, you dang sirens. Good lord. That's not a siren, those are people. My god, those are people going woo as they travel. That is a little ridiculous to me. Oh boy, gamey venison. We're gonna have to eat some of that first, I think. We're gonna have to add another log. We might as well spend some time melting some water too. Or boiling up some water. Yeah. Let's throw another log on the fire. Yeah. Cook up the rest of this. What was I saying here? Right, so like Moroccan chicken, we also had, and I mean, the girlfriend and I both like Indian food, but we had a shrimp curry that was also very good. Just, when you get the opportunity, try new foods. As long as it's not like something that you're allergic to, or, that you're like, okay, this is just grotesque. Like, why would you rot meat and do, you know, and then, like, rub your nuts on it and then eat it? Like, okay, I don't think anybody does that, but I'm just using it as an example. Like, you know, even, like, eyeballs and stuff, I'd probably try it. It would take a lot of fortitude to do so, because I tend to get kind of squeamish. But, you know, just try new things. I think it has made me a better person. You know, to not just trying new foods, but like new experiences, and also know your limits too. I mean, like for example, what's a good one? They're like go-karting. A couple of my friends went go-karting some time ago at this indoor place nearby, and I discovered I cannot do that. And the reason I can't, really, is my back is all kinds of screwed up. So having to sit in a position like that for an extended period of time becomes excruciatingly painful. Actually, you know what? Pick up these. We'll eat those. Let's drop another log on the fire. Let's do up some melting. Wait, do I have... I might. I'm just thinking, do I have some kind of gross water that I can boil? I think we might. Let me check. Let me check. No, we must have boiled it previously. All right, we're good. Now, we're going to lose a little bit of condition because we're going to be super tired, but I think that's fine.
I'd lay down right here.
I know, I know.
Never wake up again.
Lay down so you don't wake up, blah, blah, blah. All right. I'm trying to think of another good example of something that I tried. Now, I will say there are some foods that, like, I did try on accident. And you may be wondering, like, what the fuck are you even talking about trying a food on accident? We were in Canada. One of my mom's favorite foods from Canada is blood pudding. I was young, heard the word pudding, and thought, you know what? I need to eat this because it's dark like chocolate. She said pudding. To me, that means this is going to be the best thing that I've ever done in my life. Oh, how wrong I was and how sick I got. For like, I want to say 3 days, I was, you know, almost uncontrollably sick. It was pretty bad. But, you know, basically what I'm saying is make sure you know what you're getting into. Now, would I try it again? Well, from what my dad has told me, when he and my mom went to France, he tried blood sausage / blood pudding there. Although I believe they're actually two different things, just sometimes they go by the same name. And he actually enjoyed it quite a bit. Am I saying that I will if I try it again? I have no idea. But if he likes it in France, because he's also tried it other times and said that he just does not care for it at all. But in Paris, he said, yes, I would totally do that again. It's delicious. So, you know what? I say why not. I didn't get the chance because, you know, I tried pig's feet instead, basically, was what it came down to. Am I fully rested? No, we got 2 hours of darkness left. That's fine. Let's rest for 2 more hours. I'm sure we got super extra tired because we were doing the climbing, which is not so smart. Okay, we are very thirsty. Let's get some more water. Water, please. Oh, let's get like 1.5, since we're very, very thirsty at the moment. Okay. Now, I want to bring the hacksaw with me. Wait, is there a hacksaw on here? There is. At 83%? What are you at? 49. Okay. That's fine. In fact, I think that's actually as close to perfect as we're going to get. How cold is it? Pretty goddamn cold. Shoot. Dang it. Let's have a snack. Yeah. Drink a little water. We good? You done? Okay. Let's actually grab, like, wait, how much? 0.05. Fantastic. Okay, let's grab this. It is very cold out. You know what? Let's look for more wood to cut up for the fire. Yeah, I think that's our best option currently. Because I don't want to get too far away from home, or, you know, what constitutes home right now. Excuse me? I can't get over that. Balls. Yeah, I don't want to get too far away from what constitutes home right now, since it is quite cold. I mean, we've got a lot of snow gear on, and we're at -7. Jesus Christ. Every bit of movement scares the bejesus out of me. Okay, that is getting me very cold very fast. I don't like this. This makes me very upset. Although we can... No. Go back inside. Yeah, go back inside. If we cut another limb, we're going to be in super bad territory. Oh, no, we were warming up a little bit because we were protected from the wind ever so slightly. Ooh, what the hell was that? I thought I just heard voices, which I don't think is possible. I don't think there are actually any other people in this game. No. I don't believe there are. So what the hell would I have heard? That the bird is the word? I suppose I could have. Alright, how is our clothing looking? It's a little soggy. That sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, now, drop the tinder plug since we don't need it. Okay. Alright, folks, I think that's going to have to do it for this episode. I hope you all did enjoy it, and if you did, you know what to do. That is going to be it for me, Notorious BLT. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you all next time. Bye-bye, folks.